Take them like medicine, man. You follow? It's like changing the lighting. It's like, you just go there. And you won't just depend on your memory.
It's time travel.
Oh, it is time travel. And it won't just be your memory with a bottle of Coors Light and a buddy going, hey, remember old what's her name, the one with the high shoes? What was her name? Is you will physically, when you put the song on that reminds you of that gal, you'll smell her perfume. You'll taste her, just like when you first kissed her. You'll remember things about her shoes and stuff. You go, you know what? I haven't never thought about that since I last saw him. You'll remember her mother's
Everyone at this
name.
table is thinking of what songs it is that's messing their heads up. What song?
At any given time, you have a song. I have a song with me. I keep it with me like a pack of cigarettes. And this is just nothing that makes any difference.
Taking the CD out of his pocket right now.
That makes any difference
listener.
to anybody. This is Dan Hartman, Relight My Fire. He's the one who wrote Free Ride. He was in Edgar Winter and Frankenstein.
Edgar Winter, who was in your band, right?
Yeah, I worked with Edgar many times. But there's just one song here.
Time out. You really hired the coolest fucking musicians. When it was your time to get up and be a front man for a new crew, you got a lot of top-level dudes to take a back seat and stand behind you, bro.
That speaks a lot. Lucky.
Yeah, I mean, you got lucky, but also it speaks a lot to the character and what people are signing up for. When Steve Vai and Edgar Winter go, yeah, we'll be in the background, sure.
I'm a privileged guy,
But you grew up in Indiana?
Well, define grow up. I made it up to my 8th year there.
Okay.
In the great outdoors.
And then you moved...
Massachusetts. Pop
really?
was in school, yeah. He went to Mass General. He was doing his residency there, and I spent my summers in New York City when I was, let's say, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. And then we came California.
So like 14, 15 years old, what are the songs that if they came on right now, you would just go, whoa?
14 or 15?
Just around that age, that your most impressionable age. What are the songs in that?
Right. I don't know that that's my most impressionable, Jay, but 14 or 15 would be Woodstock.
Or whatever your most impressionable age, would you say?
Well, it's impressionable in
40?
different ways. Well, no. Let's start at the very beginning. Is the first record that you ever actually pay for yourself, which was $1.05 then for a single,
what was the
is
first
a
record
pivotal
you bought?
moment. That's a big moment in a kid's life, especially a little boy. That's independence.
Mine was an 8-track, bro.
I'm sorry?
Mine was an 8-track.
Okay, well, you're a little behind me, General.
No, that's not by much.
Generationally.
Yeah, half a
time-wise.
generation behind you.
Okay. I had to rake leaves to make $1.05, and then I went and bought Major Lance, The Monkey Time. And
I've never even heard of this.
Oh,
Major Lance, The Monkey Time? Have you heard of it? Major Lance. Which one's the name of the band?
That's it. Major Lance is
And the name of the song is The Monkey Time?
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Major Lance is the guy.
There's a
and the
dance that the people do. I don't know how it started.
Major Lance is the name of the band.
In the monkey time. Dum, da, dum, dum, dum. Monkey time. Dum, da, dum, dum. You'll hear Springsteen, notes of Springsteen, if you play Monkey Time over the air, because it's got that bread. He's got a lot of that in his Thunder Road kind of era going.
Here we go. We got Major Lance and Monkey Time. That's it, huh?
Sounds like Springsteen.
Every time they bring the house lights up, there's a different group of 3 people dancing behind them.
It's a great song.
Look at you. You're a child.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. I know this song.
For the monkey time. Dun, dun. Now, he also had another song.
White America must have loved that one.
Oh, my God. That was Super Soul. And the B-side was even more popular. And you remember Sting's da-do-do-do, da-da-da-da.
That's all I gotta say to you, yeah.
Well, there was an even better version of, throwing away the lyrics in that. It was called like Same guy, B side, and he goes
I would rather that than bullshit lyrics.
That's how I started singing, walking around and doing that when I was
Major Lance
about
and Monkey Time.
I think I was 12 years old when I bought that record. And that was in Altadena, California, just right around over the hill, which then later on I discovered the Beatles and the Dave Clark Five. But I lived in neighborhoods that were pretty much black and Spanish speaking. Pop was just getting out of school when we moved to California. We were not well-to-do at all. So we started in a little tiny place the size of this garage, the family, and the neighbors were black and Spanish speaking. So,
This Roth family is nice. I like their music. Invite them over.
Oh yeah,
They like Major Lance. How bad could they be?
yeah, exactly. You know that little boy with the Brill creamy in his hair.
His dog ran away because he kept dancing by himself. That boy danced by himself and the dog fled.
Didn't he though?
The dog ran away. He's not right. The Roth boy ain't right. What?
And that led to
Yeah.
Motown.
Yeah.
You know, and
So that predates Major Lance predates Motown.
When I was 14 and 15, that's when the Doors and it started happening. The hippies really kicked in. So everybody who was at Woodstock, the Who, Tommy was kicking in right around then.
You're a rock and roll guy, and I asked this of rock and roll guests. I've asked the Black Crowes this. I've asked a lot. I've asked a lot of guys that have been on the show. I asked them the specific question. Sting, you brought him up. Sting and Stuart Copeland, for some reason, come to almost fistfights after every show. Now, it's odd to me that a drummer and a bassist, you can back this up, that's the spine of the band. They're supposed to sort of be tied at the hip. They're the bottom. You, the front man and the guitarist. You guys are the top, and together you make a little show. I don't understand how a bassist and a drummer could argue over time after every show.
Are they arguing over timing?
Yes,
and time and whatever?
One of them was always saying it's too fast, and the other one's always saying it's too slow. Stuart Copeland goes crazy and starts shoving, and Tantric Sect Buddhist, I'm holier than thou.
It sounds like a Saturday Night Live skit. They
They
start
always-
assuming tantric poses.
Yeah.
Jedi mind
Sting
fuck
just
each
smiles
other,
at him, and
whatever.
that makes him more angry.
Okay, well, I can share with you something that I saw that may illuminate what you just described. This was in New York City. It was right around Times Square. Sun was going down. Was Friday or Saturday night. Lots of foot traffic. And it was in August. And it was unbelievably sweaty hot. And there were two fellas, African-American gentlemen, looked like they were in their 90s, with really frayed suits, okay? Like they got them at the not Warsaw, but the Goodwill,
Yeah.
whatever. Like where the elbows are wearing through and the knees are wearing through. And one of them is standing up. He has a guitar, okay? An old guitar, like an old Stella, whatever. The strings are all mismatched, etc. The other fella is sitting on a drummer's stool. He has a snare drum and a hi-hat, and that's it. And he's so reed-thin skinny, you can see his knees through the pants. Like when you put a flag over your hand, you can see the hand through it like this. And they were arguing over how the song went.
But one of them's right.
This is in a part of town where if you pass the hat, somebody will steal the hat.
Yeah.
The hat don't come back.
But
and the hat is sitting
one
there.
of them is right.
Yes, and the hat is sitting there for collection, and they're oblivious to the rest of us. We're all standing around waiting for the song. They're oblivious.
How
They're
many blocks
fighting.
did you get before they realized you took the hat?
I was a few blocks before I realized I should learn something from this. First, A, no, it's never going to change. B, there really is no describing.
It's so
Describing who is right or who is wrong.
But that's the thing. Someone is right.
Okay, well,
One of those guys had a legitimate gripe, and the other guy, one of them is right. They can't both be right.
Well,
the song
historically,
if you're doing,
when you go back to the Police and you look through their film, they race through everything.
But was it Sting going too
those
fast?
First songs,
Yeah.
those what is it?
Every little thing she does is magic. Every little thing. Yeah, they fly through. But which guy's going too fast?
I think it's probably the drummer, probably rushing. Plus, you have two guys who are bosses there. You have two daimyos, shot callers there. Sting is a superb songwriter, as some bass players are, because they understand all the passing notes. Paul McCartney is another amazing player coming in, from that background.
Lefty,
the drummer,
man. Lefty.
Lemmy.
Paul,
I don't know that Lemmy plays bass, but he is a
lefty,
stellar talent. He's a stellar talent. And the drummer is involved in movies.
I need you to know I need you to know I did not say Lemmy. I said lefty. Paul was a lefty. That's all I was saying.
Okay.
I don't want you to think I was stupid halfway. We're rounding third here. I want you to be like, it was going so well. And then he tried to convince me Lemmy played bass.
Lemmy plays bass,
played mole.
he?
Lemmy played mole.
Lemmy plays bass.
He plays
mole bass?
No,
Lemmy
lefty.
plays bass, doesn't he?
I don't know.
Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades. I was just saying Paul
He's
is
so
a lefty.
bad that we know how to imitate him.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
You know what Lemmy plays?
We're so
Anything he
disdainful
wants.
that we can imitate him.
Anything he wants is what he plays. So you think bass player, like Iron Maiden's bassist writes, I think, almost entirely the entire Iron Maiden
Not
catalog.
surprising. The bass player is bound to be more familiar with more of the notes on that deck than your average self-taught guitar player. Average self-taught guitar player knows maybe half the alphabet, and you're bound to start repeating your words over and over again if you only learn half of those letters. You follow?
Yes.
Yeah. Some people go, okay, well, like Keith Richards, man, you need 3 chords and an attitude. Whoa. 3 chords, 14 different unique blues tunings that were taught to you by the people who invented them. Then you need chord inversions of those 3 chords. And then you have chord fragments where you'll leave off just a note or two. And yes, Keith knows all of those too.
Yeah.
So yes, in a court of law, we could say that yes, it's 3 chords, but there's maybe 84 fucking variations that go along with it. And we can say, here's
That'd be. I would love to. I never saw that on Law and Order. Your Honor, if I may, on cross-examine. That'd be a
3
great
chords.
How great would that be if you were a cross-examining lawyer and you literally just went up to the witness box and went, no more questions. You know what? Withdrawn. Withdrawn. Objection. Then forget it.
Sure.
I didn't kill anybody.
Let's say 3.
I didn't kill anybody. But you could have. No more questions. Brian Jones, Mick Taylor, Ron Wood. Which one of those 3 do you think is the best guitarist?
Okay, let's walk through them here. Brian Jones, you're talking Stones, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ron Wood, again, Stones. And who was our third player?
Mick Taylor.
Our third player. Ooh, that's an interesting call. I'm going to say overall the most memorable stuff is going to be Mick Taylor.
Yeah.
That is, song-wise, it's more blues-oriented, so you could say that in terms of succinct 3-minute, 28-second, that might be somebody else. But the most popular, most famous material, I think, coming from the Stones was his time period. The stuff if you say, quick,
Sticky Fingers.
Sing me a Stones song.
Yeah.
Well, he was a Brown Sugar.
Yeah.
We're going to sing.
Beggar's Banquet.
Yeah,
Sticky Fingers. It's Only Rock and Roll.
Correct. And he was very, very young when he started off on that. So they didn't
Exile
seem
on Main
to have,
Street.
Yeah.
You know what's weird about that?
Adventurous. They were taking chances.
I was just going to say.
Which doesn't happen a whole lot of time now.
A lot of those songs, 2 of the guys wouldn't be there. And Keith would play bass. Some like Charlie would be on a boat someplace, and Mick Taylor would like sit in on drum at Montserrat a lot of the time. Like Keith did Happy, he laid everything out by himself.
Nevertheless, they're taking chances.
That's what I'm saying. It was very adventurous to have Mick Taylor in, and then Keith go, well, he's not here. You know what? I'll sing it. I'll lay it down. You play bass. It's like when they did Dirty Mac, and people are just watching Keith Richards play bass with John Lennon and Eric Clapton, and everyone said, I didn't even know Keith played bass. It's like he kind of going back to your yes, and he could play the bass.
Sure.